Okay. I think it's. Is it live now? Is it live now? Hey everybody, we're live streaming. So I'm about to. Did it get really dark? Can you still see me?
So dark. Oh my God, Ray.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna pull out. Oh, look at nice, Ray. Wow, real nice. Okay, so this is sort of backstage. There's not exactly a stage, but it's sort of backstage at the New Orleans Film Festival. We're going to do the Hit Record Shorts Showcase here, which is really, really exciting. People have been working on stuff for months and months and months on Hit Record, making this program of short films, and it's really cool. I'm here in New Orleans working. New Orleans Film Festival let us show at every show all these films that people are making here. So I'm about to step up in front of the people of New Orleans. Just wanted to say hello to you guys out there in internet land first before I did that. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoy it. See ya. Is it still live?
Still alive.
We're still alive.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Can you hear me? Thanks. So my name's Joe. Is it working or is it not? No? Check. Probably don't really need it, right? You guys can hear me if I speak loudly. It'd be better if it worked. Any thoughts, opinions from relevant folks? Check. There's like two people back there like, oh no, God. Check. Hey, that sounds good. All right. Okay, so New Orleans Film Festival. How many of you guys are from New Orleans? How many of you guys are like kind of visiting here or whatnot? How many are actually from New Orleans? People here are from New Orleans. Okay. You don't sound like people from New Orleans. Aren't people from New Orleans like really celebratory and stuff? Like, can I hear like something a little louder, a little more lively here? Thank you. That's nice. Okay, so this is what I'm about to play is called the Hit Record Shorts Showcase. Can I get a sense of show of hands? How many people have ever heard of Hit Record before? Oh man, almost all you guys. That's awesome. Thanks. Cool. Well, for those of you who didn't raise your hand, or for those of you like out there, because this is Rebecca. Can I have a hand for Rebecca right here, who's holding the camera on the live stream? Yeah. For those of you out there who might not know, so Hit Record is a platform on the internet where people make things together. It's a little different than other kind of creative platforms where the point is just to post something that you've made on your own and sort of promote it and say, hey world, look at what I've made. On Hit Record, the point is that people work together and they make things together that they might not have been able to make on their own. So if you're, say, a writer and you want to make an animated short film, you might not have the skills to draw or to animate or to voice act or to do all the different things that requires in making an animated short film, but you like to write. And so Hit Record is a place where people come together and like, well, I've written something, maybe you guys can help me rewrite it, or maybe you guys can draw something inspired from what I've written. And if we like the drawings, then maybe animators will jump in and animate it, etc. And people kind of remix each other and build off of each other. And then we end up with, finished things like these short films I'm going to play you in a second. And it's a really beautiful thing to see online because, not to get too dark, but I find that when I log on to a lot of online places, I come away feeling terrible about myself and about the world. And I think there's a reason for that, and that has to do with the way that those platforms work. Because those platforms, they're sort of, what they're geared to do is to just take more and more attention. Because their business model, the advertising business model, is basically the more attention and the more clicks we can get from people, the more money we make. These companies are making, historic amounts of money, and not that they're all bad. I don't think they're all bad. I think there's lovely things that happen on, various platforms like Instagram or Facebook, which are actually the same company, or Twitter, or any number of these other places. But it's different than people coming together and making things together. When you go on Twitter, you're kind of like looking through lots of stuff, or maybe posting something of yourself and saying like, hey, come look. I think there's something fundamentally different about look at me versus like, hey, what can we do together? And I think that that's more and more of the internet is going to become that way, or it kind of has to. I hope it does. And I think making art is kind of a good first step in that direction. And so this is what this is. It's sort of an experiment and a different thing that we could do together online, as opposed to sort of have these popularity contests and shout at each other. Like, what if we could kind of make things together? So the Hit Record Short Showcase is the second time we've done this. We did another one last year, and it went really well. And these are a bunch of things that people have made on Hit Record. A lot of them are animated. There's some acting. There's a lot of great music, a lot of great illustration and animation and just writing and ideas. It's weird and funny and bizarre, and it's really like, us at the Hit Record office really try to take our hands off of it as much as we can and say, you guys in the community just make whatever you guys want to make, and we'll try to find an avenue to play it for an audience. And so this is actually a really lovely and meaningful moment. It's really sweet to have all of you guys here, because the artists who made these films, they're not like people in Hollywood. They're not mostly people who have even gone to film school or have a lot of those opportunities or those connections, those networks. They're people that are just kind of making stuff together because they are having a good time doing it and because it feels good to do it. The fact that they're having these films get to play here at a film festival, the New Orleans Film Festival, is a really great moment. And show your love, give them your applause and your laughs and all of your crowd adoration, because it's a meaningful one for the folks who made these. It's about a little under a half hour of short films. Some of them are longer, some of them are very, very short. And then after the half hour, I'll come back and maybe we can have a conversation. And if you have any questions about how it was made or why or who, etc., we can do a little Q&A conversation or something like that. But yeah, without any further ado, New Orleans, here is the Hit Record Short Showcase number 2.
Over here.